Hello my dear children. So in this video we'll be dealing with the rest of the reading and explanation of the chapter Gogol's First Day. So let's begin. Please, Mrs. Lapidus, Ashok says, it is very common for a child to be confused at first. I assure you, he will grow accustomed. Accustomed mean he will get used to. He bends down and this time in Bengali calmly and quietly asks Gogol to please answer when Mrs. Lapidus asks a question. Don't be scared, Gogol, he says, raising his son's chin with his finger. You are a big boy now. Though Mrs. Lapidus doesn't understand a word, she listens carefully and hears that name again, Gogol. Lightly in pencil, she writes it down on the registration form. So, in this paragraph, Ashok requested Mrs. Lapidus that it was normal for a child to get confused in the beginning as he was not used to that name, he was not familiar with that name. And he also assured her that gradually he would get used to that name and would respond to that name. Then he bent down towards Gogol and very nicely asked Gogol in Bengali to respond to Mrs. Lapidus and encouraged Gogol, saying not to get scared as he was a grown up boy. Mrs. Lapidus then again tried to overhear Ashok, but she didn't understand what Ashok said as he spoke in Bengali. But she again heard the real name of the boy, Gogol, and lightly wrote Gogol on the registration form with a pencil. So, what happens next? Ashok hands over the lunchbox and a windbreaker in case it gets cold. He thanks Mrs. Lapidus, be good, Nikhil, he says in English, and then, after a moment's hesitation, he is gone. When they are alone, Mrs. Lapidus asks, are you happy to be entering elementary school, Gogol? My parents want me to have another name in school. And what about you, Gogol? Do you want to be called by another name? After a pause, he shakes his head. Is that a no? He nods, yes. Then it's settled. Can you write your name on this piece of paper? So here, after Ashok settled everything, he handed over the lunchbox and windbreaker to Gogol and left from there, asking Gogol to be good. When he left from there, Mrs. Lapidus asked Gogol if he was happy to be entering elementary school, to which Gogol replied that his parents wanted him to have another name, that is Nikhil, in school. Listening to Gogol, Mrs. Lapidus asked Gogol if he, like his parents, also want to be called by another name, to which Gogol shakes his head in no, and Mrs. Lapidus again confirmed. If he said no, Gogol then nodded his head, saying yes, confirming that he didn't want to be called Nikhil at school. Then Mrs. Lapidus replied that since Gogol didn't want to be called Nikhil at school, it was decided that school would prefer Gogol's choice and he would be called Gogol at school. And also she asked him to write his name on a sheet of paper. Gogol picks up a pencil, grips it tightly, and forms the letter of the only word he has learnt. Thus, far to write from memory, getting the L backward due to nerves. Gogol followed Mrs. Lapidus' instruction. He picked up a pencil and gripped it tightly, wrote his name Gogol, forming letter L in backward due to nervousness. What beautiful penmanship you have, Mrs. Lapidus says. She tears up the old registration form and asks Mrs. McNabb to type a new one. Then she takes Gogol by the hand and they walk down a hallway with painted cement walls. She opens the door and Gogol is introduced to his teacher, Miss Watkins, a woman with hair in two braids, wearing overalls and clogs. Inside the classroom, it's a small universe of nicknames. Andrew is Andy, Alexandra, Sandy, William, Billy, Elizabeth, Lizzie. It is not like the schooling goggles parents have known. Fountain pens and polished black shoes and notebooks and good names and sir or madam at a young age. So Mrs. Lapidus, looking at his name written by Gogol, complimented him that he had got a very beautiful handwriting. She then tore the old registration form with the name Nickel and asked her assistant, Mrs. McNabb, to type a new form with the name Gogol Ganguly. And then she took Gogol to show him his classroom and introduced him to his teacher and his classmates. There almost everyone had a nickname, and schooling there was different from what his parents had known. It means that there in America schooling was quite different from India. It was not about entering the school and start learning suddenly, or having good names at school like in India, or addressing teachers as sir or madam at a very young age. There it was fun to go to school. At the end of his first day, he is sent home with a letter to his parents from Mrs. Lapidus, explaining that due to their son's preference, he will be known as Gogol at school. What about the parents' preference? Ashima and Ashok wonder, shaking their heads. But since neither of them feel comfortable pressing the issue, they have no choice but to give in. So, in this paragraph, at the end of the first day of Gogol, he was sent home with a letter to his parents written by Mrs. Lapidus, explaining them that due to their son's preference, he would be called Gogol at school. But both Ashima and Ashok got disappointed after reading the letter and wondered why not parents' preference was considered in that country, but they had no choice but to accept their child's preference. And so Gogol's education begins. At the top of sheets of scratchy means rough. So rough sheet of paper, pale yellow paper, he writes out his pet name again and again, as well as the alphabet in capitals and lowercase. He learns to add and subtract and to spell his first words. On the front covers of his textbooks, he writes his name in pencil. In art class, his favorite hour of the week, he carves his name with paper clips into the bottom of clay cups and bowls. He pastes uncooked pastas on the cardboard and leaves his signature in fat brush strokes below painting. Day after day, he brings his creation home to Ashima, who hangs them proudly on the refrigerator door. Gogol G. He signs his work in the lower right hand corner, as if there were a need to distinguish him from any other Gogol in the school. So, lastly, as Gogol's education began, he was happy and satisfied with the name registered in school. He then used to write, paint, carve his names on his creations and bring those creations with his signature at home to his mommy, who hung them proudly on the refrigerator. So, my dear students, I hope you are clear with this chapter. Try to do the exercises given at the back of the chapter. Thank you.